Welcome to Club Domingo, brought to you by Cyclone Comics.
Here we are.
Here we are again for the 64th. Because last week we forgot to mention that it was the 63rd show, and I'm 63, born in 1963, and it was the stars were in alignment.
I know, all those numbers, and we didn't capitalize.
And 6 and 3 equals 9. And 9 minus 6 is 3.
That's incredible. How did that happen? I don't know.
Maths and science. It's spooky, man, the way the world hangs together. Anyway, so there's 64 shows. What can we say about 64?
Well, when it catches up to my age and the year that I was born, we'll have a show.
But you're young, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
I'm not young. I'm
maths and science.
Slightly younger than you.
Don't break the laws of nature.
Of nature.
Nature.
Okay.
Nature. That's my speech impediment coming through.
That's right. Excellent. Look,
yes.
Your new teeth.
My dentures. Put my dentures in. So what's been happening in the world of McEwen in the last week or so?
Well, I finished the lettering. I only had like very few to go because we last speak like on a Monday.
Yeah.
And now it's Wednesday, so it's like
a week and a half.
Week and a half between drinks. Cheers. Cheers. So I finished the lettering.
A moment of silence for sipping. Okay.
It's still a little hot.
Yeah.
So I finished the lettering on the Jackaroo team up story.
Yep. What's it like lettering on glass or mirrors like that you have there? No, that's just a trick of the.
Yeah, it's actually there.
Yeah, that's right.
My other arm is pointing.
Careful.
It's in your ear. So yeah, I finished lettering that, and I sent it off to both Darren Close, who's the creator of Jackaroo, who's the other the guest star, and I sent it to Michael, who wrote it, and then luckily because they both picked up spelling and other issues.
Education, sadly lacking.
I'll fix those. That's right. Yeah, and
so kiddies, it's always good to have an editor.
Oh, absolutely, or a proofreader. Yeah,
proofreader. Yeah.
Whether it's your editor or whoever it might be. Yeah, and you can see on the drawing board there that as page 1, nearly finished the inks on page 1. Nice solid areas of black that her Manny Hernandez has laid out on there, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So again, if you're coming in late, it's for Greener Pastures Team Up, and it's Trevor from Greener Pastures teaming up with Jackaroo, and Michael, who's the co-creator of Greener Pastures, wrote the story with some input from Darren Close, who's the creator of Jackaroo, and then Emmanuel Hernandez has done the pencils from my layouts, and now I'm lettering and inking it. It's like a Marvel
team up
line.
Team up.
Yeah, and it's exciting. And yeah, I'm very keen to keep going. Oh, there it goes. It's on the floor now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's spooky. That's very spooky. I think you've told me before, but what are you doing with the cover again? Are you doing a cover from scratch yourself?
I am. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And that's finished. So the splash is finished, other than having to go over the blacks a little bit more to darken them.
Yeah.
And just a little bit more on the base of that one and fill in some blacks.
Pound and Ray.
That's the law firm that Trevor works for.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, excellent. Yes, I've had a busy week this week with occupational therapists and physios and doctor's appointments and stuff, but I have been trying to solve the cyan toner question still, and so I've been prepping the pages and extending the panels and stuff like that. So I've done a lot of prep work, but I don't use Adobe anymore, so I use the Affinity Suite, and
Right.
I'm just finding it, trying to find the same way to paste black line work into a cyan channel and just print the cyan out at 40%. And it's proving to be a little bit trickier than in Photoshop. So it's just a learning curve.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the difference there? What's the
Uh,
hang up?
Not being able to easily select the cyan channel and paste the content in. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure I'll be able to crack it. I just need to invest time, but
yeah.
it's just not in Photoshop. I could do it, like that, like easy.
Yeah.
But Affinity's new, so I'm just finding my way with the best way of doing it.
Yeah. I
Hitting
should download Affinity and just have a look around in it because I've never used it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good program, the suite of programs, and they've released now an Affinity that is all their programs in one. So that you can jump within the program to what is your Illustrator or your InDesign or your
Really?
Photoshop. There's a single thing there. But I've still got the separate apps. But yeah, they've just released one that has them all. So you operate with profiles, so you can jump from one to the other within the program.
Yeah, right.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's what you see in the back there is run out of Dylan's pencils that have been
Yeah.
extended, and that's what I'll be running out to ink over.
Cool,
So yeah,
cool.
looking forward to that. Oh, come on. Between
Yeah.
your page jumping off the board and these things wanting to
Yeah, I
jump off the
know.
board. Yeah.
Yeah. I must be using old tape, reused tape until it no longer sticks.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. That's where we're getting at
Yeah.
the moment. Very
So
good.
pretty boring for updates because we're just into production mode now. So, each week
Yeah.
we'll just be showing what we've done. And we're not getting out and about and getting into trouble, except you're getting out and about because you're
Yeah.
going to Albury Wodonga.
Yeah. So next week when we get together, probably on Monday,
Mhm.
I'll have nothing new to show because I won't have had time to really do any more.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
probably. Anyway, yeah, because I'm going to GeekExpo in Wodonga. I don't know what the politics is there, on the border. Like, are they happy to be called Albury Wodonga, or is it like where you come to Wodonga, stop talking about Albury, we don't talk about Shelbyville? Is it like a is it an issue in that way? Yes, I'm going to Wodonga, which is just south of the border in Victoria. I haven't looked at the dates yet to see what the last time we sold comics in Victoria was, but it could be as far back as OzCon times, which would have been the 90s. I
Wow.
don't think I've been to a convention to sell comics since then.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
uh, so
No.
if you're in the great state of Victoria, come on up to Wodonga and buy the trade paperback and back issues and t-shirts and whatnot.
And if you're in the great state of New South Wales, you can come down to Wodonga as well.
That's right.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. Um,
And if you're in the great state of Queensland, you can come all the way across New South Wales to Wodonga.
Exactly.
And if you're in South Australia, you can cut across.
Just come to Wodonga. All right. So the other comic creators that are there, I should have made the list easier for me to get to, but I'm here now. We've got Angie Spice and Kieran Jack and Logan French. And Kieran is the hometown hero. I'm not sure if he's from Albury or Wodonga, but he's from Albury Wodonga. So that's great. He's coming along to that. Of course, as the hometown hero. And Logan French, who's the creator of Amphibia Noir, is also going to be there. I think he's coming across from Bendigo. So he's going to be there. And Angie Spice, I'm not sure where Angie Spice calls home, but Angie Spice from Courier is going to come along. So the four of us will be the comic book guests at Geek Expo Wodonga. And so that'll be exciting to sit with those people. They're all great people. Like on top of each of them making good and lots of comics, they're all good people too. So that'll be great. And Manuel Bao will be there as well, bringing, I think, Spell Kitty.
Spell Kitty. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good spread of comics there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not going to be a huge, OzCon pop culture scale
No.
thing. It's going to be quite a small event, but it's
Yes.
going to be quite interesting.
Yeah.
They
And
put on a
let
good
me
show.
know if you're coming. Like if somebody is out there listening and is going to come along, let me know because we might do other stuff. I think on the Albury side of the fence, and just outside of Albury is I think it's the original Ettamogah pub,
Yeah, right.
that is based on the Ettamogah pub cartoons.
Yep.
From was it Post or People? I think it was in Post magazine. Yeah,
Australasian Post. Yeah.
yeah,
What about
Australasian Post.
Australasian people?
Uh,
Australasian something.
it was Australasian Post, and I think People was the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
the competition. So the Ettamogah pub, if you've never heard of it, kiddies at home, uh, look it up and don't look for the real pubs that they've built in the shape of the cartoon, but look for the cartooning. Maynard was the cartoonist's name,
Ken
right?
Maynard. Yeah.
Yeah, Ken Maynard. And I can remember like we weren't as a child, right? We weren't a house that bought magazines or anything like that. We buy the daily newspaper, but not magazines. But when we went on summer holiday to the tent or the caravan up at the lake, Budgie Roy up at
How you
Budgie
got
Roy.
there? We were on the road and we went in the car.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, when we were on Munmora Lake at Budgie for the whole of the Christmas holidays, magazines would appear, including Australasian Post, and and I would color in. I wish I still had them somewhere. I would color in that full page cartoon of the shenanigans that happens at the Ettamogah pub. It was just such great cartooning, really lovely work. Was that a weekly magazine? I think it was, right?
Yeah.
So I could totally see that it would take Ken Maynard a week to draw it because it was one large illustration, wasn't paneled, but there'd be, 20 things going on. A
Yep.
lot of it is repeated jokes,
Yeah.
with the rabbits and the car and the drunk people
And the crows with the hobnail boots on as they're
that's
flying
right.
slowly by.
Yeah,
Can't go any
exactly.
faster. My shoes are weighing me down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really lovely work. I always loved it. I don't know how funny it is. It's probably politically incorrect now. Who knows? But as a kid, it was really beautiful to color in, and it spawned a series of Ettamogah pubs across New South Wales and Queensland, I think.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, but I don't think there's many of them still around. And a little bit of a research into the one that's in Albury or wherever it is. It sounds like it's teetering on the edge of a cliff. I don't know. We might go and take some photos in front of it or something. It'd be fun.
From my limited research, I think it's not to scale either. It's a little bit smaller and a bit more unimpressive than you would imagine.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it's got the wonky line work, of the structure to a certain extent. But
very Tasmanian workmanship.
Is that right?
90-degree angle, bah.
They're for losers, man. I can't wait to get to your new what is it, arena or whatever that you're building. I'm sure it'll be great.
It's circular, so there's not a 90-degree angle in it.
You're right. Okay.
I wonder if the toilet's flushed that way as well. Oh, well, they'll work it out. Huh?
Yeah. So that's this weekend, kiddies. Come along to Wodonga.
Yeah. And so you're going to miss the opening this Saturday of
Cockatoo Comics.
Cockatoo Comics.
Of their new bricks and mortar.
Mortar in Newtown.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit annoyed. I don't think there's like any specific formal stuff going on, but I'm sure it'd be lovely to be there and to hang about for the day. So, I don't know what the address is of that either. Did you write down the address of Cockatoo Comics?
No, I didn't. No.
So those that don't know, Cockatoo Comics was mostly online, run by Siobhan Combs, who has like years and years of experience in comics, worked at King's Comics and started the Queens of Kings reading group, and all of this stuff is a really, really social-minded comics person in our community. We're really lucky to have her, and she had a online thing called Cockatoo Comics, and then did about a 1 year test of having a bricks and mortar store in Lane Cove here in Sydney,
Yeah.
which shut only I don't know, a couple of months ago. But Siobhan's found somewhere that I think she's hoping to be a lot more permanent, a lot more long term in Newtown.
Yeah.
And it's actually in a pretty good spot. It's not like, if you know Newtown and you're at Newtown Station and then off towards the city, that's kind of the really packed area. So Cockatoo is going to be up the other end just a little bit. But it's directly opposite Repressed Records, which is a pretty cool shop.
Hmm.
And there's quite a few what do they call it now? Not vintage clothes, but secondhand clothes
Yep.
shops,
Yep.
which are all pretty cool. So I think Siobhan's probably getting in there at a good time, and I bet you there is a bit of um, uh, uh, a growth in that kind of cool kind of
Yeah, I've got a
store
good
there.
feeling about the location. I think
Yeah,
it's a good fit.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, anywhere along that stretch would be great. But yeah, to have some good neighbours like that, so that people that are walking down the footpath can actually pop into several shops and pause and do a good look around.
yeah.
Does she have or the shop have? I know you probably can't answer this properly, but has she been known to have some sort of specialty or bent in what she stocks and services?
Well, you wouldn't go there to get your monthlies, that's for sure. It's more alternative. So I've just brought up Cockatoo Comics on Instagram in front of me. So just look up Cockatoo Comics on Instagram and you should find it very quickly. And it says on there alternative and small press comics, new and secondhand.
Right.
So that's the size of it, really. In the secondhand bin, definitely you can find old Marvel, DC, and other kind of BCD kind of grade level publishers, but as far as the main thrust of the store, it's definitely about alternative and indie. Great little kids section, including like a table to sit at and chairs
Right.
to sit on for the kids to sit and read. They don't have to buy anything if they don't want to.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
sit and draw. I haven't been into the new shop yet, but Samuel has, my son, and he says it's that there's definitely that kids area again. So Siobhan's very forward thinking about making sure that the kids are getting into the comics and good comics.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, and it's 414 King Street.
All right.
Yeah, 414 King Street. And they're officially opening this weekend, not to any great fanfare, but I believe they've kind of been open-ish for a while. And Sam said that the couple of days he was there to kind of help and to hang out, people were just walking in who
Yeah.
don't even buy comics and are popping in going, "Oh, what's this? This is cool."
That's
So
Newtown.
I'm really hoping that that's what's going to happen for Siobhan.
My mum was from Newtown. She was spent a chunk of her teenage years being a Newtown gal.
Right.
Before it was all gentrified, so it was kind of a pretty dangerous place.
Yeah, right.
Boy.
All of the cool places were.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, great location, and I hope it works for her.
Yeah. So across the road is Repressed Records, which is a good little record shop with books as well as records, secondhand and new. And I don't know where New Traditions is. I feel like it's in that area somewhere. But New Traditions is a place that sells really cool old vintage clothing, I guess. So they got like this incredible Mambo collection of t-shirts and loud shirts and
Right.
pants and backpacks and artwork as well. Like it's worth going in just to look at the artwork there as well. So yeah, I think there's a critical mass happening in that area. It's worth going in probably once a month or every couple of months just to potter around, I reckon.
Yep. Get your trend
So
on.
congratulations to Siobhan and Cockatoo and rock on.
Yeah. Am I getting my Sydney memories mixed up? But when you get out of Newtown Station and you're going towards the city, is there a theatre or not?
Not the Enmore.
That's wrong. I might be thinking of that.
Yeah, that's up the other direction.
That's the other way. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and that's on Enmore Road, I think, not on King Street.
Right.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think that might be what I'm thinking of anyway.
They call it, what do they call it now? They call it not the Factory because that's in Marrickville, but there is a little theatre way up the other end near where Gould's used to be.
Right. Yep.
So a little theatre there, which is quite narrow but double story. So you can see the stage. It's a pretty cool theatre. Um, uh, and they have like live music, but also other stuff in there. Like I think the Star Wars cabaret thing is often on in that space. I'm sure it starts with an F, but I don't think it's factory. But anyway, maybe you're thinking of that. And yeah, up that end is Gould's. I don't know what they're ever going to do with the huge Gould's space once Gould's moved out. Gould's is up near the other end now. It's a much smaller shop, but yeah, still kind of existing in some capacity.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, good luck to her. Now, she's also the brainchild or one of the brains behind Smash. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. Smash, the Sydney manga and comic marketplace. Is that it? Something like that.
Something like that.
That's what Smash stands for. Something like that.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that's Sydney's um, evolving, developing comics festival.
And what time of the year is that usually on?
Usually the end of the year. It's for me personally, it's usually the last show. So
Right, okay, yeah.
whether or
So
not they keep it there, I don't know, but yes. And so far it's been a 1 day show. Is it 2 years that they've done it? But at some point they're going to expand into a 3 day show or something like that. Yeah.
So it gives her time to settle down in the new digs and still be able to put that on later on in the year.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Yes.
Yes, fingers crossed. Exactly.
And your boy Samuel is part of the committee there as well.
That's right. He's on the Smash board committee, organizers. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So that's the good news. There's a good news, bad news kind of show today. So it's very good news about Cockatoo. The more there are new shops opening up, the better it is for everyone.
Yeah.
But the bad news is that Ownaindi has decided to close its doors.
Yeah, that's very sad. Ownaindi. So you can go to Ownaindi now. So that's ownaindi.com, and that's own, that's OWN, a Indie, INDI. So own indie .com. And that was for me personally, that was my storefront for my comics for
same here. Yeah.
Probably nearly 10 years. So but they've crashed. So we're done.
Yeah. I might just read what they've written here. Marie is the lady behind Ownaindi, and on the front page, she's made an announcement that, unfortunately, after close to 10 successful years online, now 10 years is a long time, Ownaindi has reached the end of its current chapter and will no longer continue. Importantly, the artists, writers, and publishers that helped shape Ownaindi are still creating and sharing their work. Please continue supporting them directly as you did here. And then there's a link of creators that was below on the front page there. Ownaindi featured a wide range of creative styles, art, formats, and voices from across Australia. Discovery and access to Aussie-made work was always our aim while maintaining creator independence. Thank you to everyone who supported and helped grow Ownaindi, whether by spreading the word or through purchases. Packages were shipped to more than 20 countries.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. Then there was a list of creators that use the site. And there's a contact form down the bottom if you wanted to drop her a line. But congratulations to Marie for 10 years of persistence and support for the Australian independent artists and the people that use Ownaindi. Yeah. And it was a pretty good system, and the way it worked was pretty amazing. So it's really it's left a hole.
Yeah, totally.
That needs to be filled by something very similar. Yeah, and it's just a shame that it didn't work for Marie. So
for a Luddite like me, it was very simple to set up my shop, and very simple to get my orders, and the money would come through. It would siphon through Ownaindi, and then they would pass it along. But all of that was like super simple, and the design was really nice. It was simple and elegant, and really easy to see what you were looking at, and really gave a good layout of all of the comics that were for sale. Had lots of tagging and all of that stuff, and the Ownaindi logo was really cool. I can only assume that that Marie kind of designed the whole thing, including
Yeah,
logos and
I
whatnot.
assume so. Yeah, yeah.
And it was great. And this is the kind of thing that we've talked about, like almost since day one on this show, is that we require people like Marie, who are not necessarily creators or publishers. So as far as I know, Marie creates art, and the art is pop culture and comic book informed, but she doesn't actually make comics, from my knowledge. And Marie, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but definitely it was a often seen at conventions selling like painted skateboard decks and things like that.
Yeah.
And was part of the community in that manner. And then this thing came out of almost nowhere. This is from memory. This is from years and years ago. But it's like, wow, this is cool. I think I will be involved. Thank you. Better than going to Big Cartel or Etsy or any of those places. It felt more like it was trying to say, come here for Tim McEwen's comics and then have a look at what else is here.
That was the trick. That was the magic of it. Was that it wasn't just a freestanding store at your favorite creator.
Yeah, totally.
Something that you bumped into online. It was a roof. It was like a mini convention, an online convention, artist alley.
Yeah.
It's a real shame. It's a real shame, and it's going to be hard to replace.
Yeah. I don't want to go to Big Cartel or any of those places if I can help it.
Yeah.
And this wasn't free. I'm pretty sure Marie didn't make any money out of it, but she wanted to make sure she covered the hosting costs, because it's not free to host something that is this well made. So we were all paying a small membership fee, basically. And I'm pretty sure that in the end, Marie was forgetting to ask us for our money, and I couldn't remember the last time I paid. So again, really socially community minded there, and just happy that there is a place that almost runs itself, because that was the other thing. Marie didn't want to be overly involved with upkeep. She wanted
She didn't hold stock. She was an order was just a conduit for the money, and the order went through to the creator who was having a shop front there. They would process the order.
Yeah.
So it was very cleverly done. So where she wasn't responsible for the shipping, just for the payment method, and she was very good at keeping on top of that. So it was a great idea, and if someone was to come along and replicate that in some way, shape, or form. All the learnings are there from what she's done, because 10 years of it working, she would have worked through any problems. But a real shame, and I think it's a sad day for Australian comics that Ownaindi has shuttered its doors. So
RIP, or maybe come back. Maybe somebody will buy it and make it run again.
Not me.
Not me.
Not
you. I'll be on there and support it in that way, but I can't. I can't run that kind of crap anyway. It's well beyond my capabilities. So I was so grateful that there was somewhere beautiful to put my comics, and and I didn't push it overly, but every so often I would do a big push, and it would actually it would reap benefits, and so yeah.
Of course, you not only sold your comics on there, you could sell your original art, or really anything that was comics aligned that you had in your like flotilla of material surrounding your comic. You could plug it up there to sell as well.
Yeah.
So it was a really great idea, and I'm really mega bummed that it's gone belly up.
Yeah. And eternally grateful to Marie for running it as long as they did, and for making it as great as it was. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Ownaindi.
And bon voyage to Cockatoo Comics.
Break a leg, break a comic.
Yeah, tear a comic.
Yeah.
Pulling it out of your Mylar snug and getting it caught on the sticky tape. Oh no! 9.8.
Yeah, crack a slab. Slab of
crack a slab.
And we're not talking about beer.
No, of course not.
Make that 9.8 down to a solid 5.6.
Yeah. Stumble about.
Crack. Fly,
Exactly.
be free, young comic, be free.
Exactly.
Mm.
Very cool. Oh
Anyway,
man, there you go.
so the ups and downs of Australian comics, eh?
Yeah. So that's off my list of things to talk about for today.
Yeah.
All right.
So
What else
what's
is going on?
not a hell of a lot beyond. As I said, this week has all been, doctor's appointments and like boring, mundane stuff. But tomorrow morning, I'm getting back into doing some inking and cracking this cyan problem. I have done a little bit of Patricia and
Awesome.
Ownaindi inking, but
Love it.
I think I'll end up redoing that under different circumstances. If I get this cyan thing cracked, I'll redo it on a new board that's all just one piece instead of cutting and pasting.
So is that your traced pencils? You traced in pencil Dylan's pencils?
Yeah, that's right.
It's too much double handling.
Too much double handling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that the next issue of Greener Pastures proper, I'm going to blue line. I'm going to pencil it normally, but I'm going to scan the pencils and print them out as blue lines, just so that there's no erasing at the end and no concern about the ink fading through the erasing. I'm actually really quite enjoying working off the blue lines. So,
well, as long as for me, as long as the pens, because I use everyone uses, or a lot of people use the microns, and I'm using the micron as well. As long as that doesn't get affected by the toner, yeah, exactly. So I don't particularly want to go back to using a dip brush and ink, because I use the disposable brushes as well. They're already loaded, micron brushes.
Oh, micron brush, not one of these ones.
Yeah, no, what do I? Yeah.
Do you get a fine enough point on it, or do you do the point with a pen?
No, the point is pretty fine already on the brush there.
Cool.
So,
Oh, maybe I'll finally move over to artificial brushes. Because even at a convention, I take my brushes and my ink and
spillage. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my convention pants. If you see me at a convention, I wear the same pants every time because I spilled quite a bit of ink on those pants once, and I went, right, that's it. I'm not wearing good pants.
Yeah.
So yeah, those pants were like a beautiful bright camel color and got this big splodge of black ink, which obviously is not going to come out. So I went and dyed them black, which never works. They're not black, but they're khaki dark brown now. But they're the convention pants. Come and see them in Wodonga. That's what's being brought to Wodonga.
Excellent. Yes, and look at your production glove with your dirty black marks on your.
And again, because I'm not inking over pencils, I don't feel like I need to wear that. So it's another good reason to not work directly over pencils.
If you're a sweaty Maltese, aren't you going to affect the board regardless? You still have to even with the blue line.
So far, so good.
Okay. And I say sweaty Maltese in a loving, kind way.
Absolutely.
Not in a racial stereotype way.
No, because I've got oily hands.
Yeah, your dark husky skin
keeps me young.
Yeah.
Keeps me looking young.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, we could do a short show this week.
We could. I wanted to talk just quickly about.
Oh, God, I thought I was going to get away with it then.
Well, have we even been on for half an hour? Maybe just over half an hour, I guess. Hey,
that's okay. Yeah, we usually bumble on for an hour and a bit anyway, so a short show might be good.
Sure. What's the name of the fella who did Captain Underpants? I talked about him last week.
You talked about him last week.
Yeah, by.
Oh yeah, did you go to
Dave Pilkey? Yeah.
Did you go?
So yeah, his name is Dave Pilkey, and no, I didn't go to the meet and greet at Kinnikunnya because I was told he's not doing a signing, and I'm going, well, meet and greet.
What the hell's he doing there?
I think it was for the children to get their photos taken with Dave Pilkey and with the big dog. What's the dog's name? Inspector Dog. I don't know.
Rin Tin Tin. I don't know.
He's got a dog character as well.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He's got quite a few characters, and he's like I sound like I'm being disparaging, and I shouldn't be, because he's obviously making really great books because the kids love it. Dog Man, that's it. And my kids loved them, or at least Samuel did. Samuel read, I think, all the Captain Underpants that was around at the time. And I think that might be all that there was at the time. I don't think he'd done Dogman yet or anything like that. So it's actually a really big deal that he had an in-store appearance and that you could meet him, because otherwise the only place to see him, I think, was at the Sydney Writers Festival. I think that's what he's actually out here for.
Right. Okay.
But I would turn up with either a sketchbook or a book for him to sign and write in. And I think they went out of their way to say that that's not what he was doing, even though on the little bit of video that Kino put up over the last day or so of the event, kids coming up to take their photo were also bringing books, and he was having to sign them while they were there.
You can't get away with that shit. I mean, people want to get their signature. Yeah,
I think so too. But it's interesting that he's at Sydney Writers Festival, and this has been on my list of things to just bring up for about 4 weeks. And it was one of those things that would just drop off at the end of the record because we just never kind of got to it. But comics stuff is at Sydney Writers Festival this year? Like, isn't Sydney Writers Festival one of the big ones? I know there's lots of writers festivals and of varying degrees of size, but I guess Sydney Writers Festival would be the big one, or one of the 3 big ones in Australia. And they have supported, or featured, probably a better word, featured comics in some way in the past, but from what I could tell, there's no comics on the list this year until I saw that Dave Pilkey was there.
Right.
And he's there. I don't know, do they call them comics, or do they call them kids' books, so that they don't have to call them comics? And you've got Lele, Australian author, who's just won the Stellar Book Prize. And I think there were other prizes over was there another nomination for that over the last couple of weeks? But anyway, we've got Australians who are doing books, doing comics, that are being nominated, and it's just a shame that the Writers' Festival is ignoring them. So
yeah, let's hope it's an aberration, that the next year it'll be different.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Was there a cat there? I think I saw a cat.
Yeah, a little puss cat here. Attributes. It's the warmest room in the house. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. That the Pilkey thing, it would be great for kids, and anything that makes kids read is got to be a great thing. And it's great that they get to meet a real person and go, shit, that could be me. I'm a real person. I could write books as well. So yeah, I follow a number of Australian, I guess you call them children's authors, on Instagram who make comics as part of what they make. And it's actually, I get a little bit envious of the enormous crowds that they play to when they go to a live event. Like Sydney Writers Festival, but also like there's other festivals that they go to, and just school things, and the kids go mad. And then I also sit there going, but there's no way I would do that. Like, I don't know how they keep up the energy. They have to be like a showman at the same time as being author, illustrator, marketing,
So they have to be entertaining. They have to be good at public speaking. They have to know their products. They have to know their audience, because they're playing to different audiences as well, from a school group to adults, to parents, to teachers and professionals. And you need to be able to pivot and be able to cater and talk to your market while you're still just pushing your kids' books.
Exactly.
And pertaining to comics, it's always been a bit of a big ask for people who are, just like being behind the drawing board and doing their thing, then to go out and be able to, perform on stage it's a hard double act to master.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's interesting. I like seeing what they do and how they're received, etc. Because again, these kids, if they're reading comics, hopefully grow up to continue to read comics and
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, no barriers.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah, and I would say for the Australian comic book and comic book adjacent creators that were at Sydney Writers Festival, getting to hang out with Dave Pilkey was probably a pretty cool thing to do as well.
mm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
good
yeah,
on them.
yeah, yeah. Okay. You got anything else?
No, I think I've exhausted myself and all
Oh,
the
I was
notes.
exhausted when we started. So, do you have time for any reading across your week these days? Like
No,
you said that you started reading the Canon book.
and I still haven't gotten very far into it because I'd rather be drawing. So I need to find a good space in my day or my week to put it in. So maybe it'll end up being a weekend thing, not a daily thing. I read Death Roll. I finished that. I got an advanced copy PDF. I read your Morton Stone Undertaker short that you sent me that
Jason
Jason
Paulos.
Paul
Yeah,
drew.
yeah.
Or did he like write and draw and then you did the dialogue? Is that what happened with that?
Yeah, there's a bit of a story behind it, but he did one version of it, and I went
Okay.
and re-scripted it and make because he was doing it from his point of view and he didn't know some of the details of the character.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
re-scripted the thing and made it a bit more pertinent for the world that I was writing.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, yeah. So I
So I
read
spent,
that,
yeah,
which was cool. And I read Dean Haspiel's Antimatter. I got
ah,
the PDF of that, and
yeah,
I finally got around to reading that as well.
yeah,
That's really cool. I'd like to. I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive into Red Hook and see what's online for Red Hook, because I really
which is
like
one of
the.
Dean's characters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's quite it. Would you say it's absurdist? Like it's kind of a weird superhero-y thing that's going on there, and everything that he had in Antimatter, which is a one-man anthology of Dean's work.
A
Um,
manthology.
a man, yes, a manthology. Um, uh, he had some Red Hook stories in there, but I think they were all like one page each, and almost gag oriented, but not quite gag oriented. So I'm keen to see what he's done with Red Hook in the past because he did like a semi autobiographical crossover of himself and the character as a comic or a short graphic novel or something like that. So. I like Dean's art and I like the storytelling sensibility. So I might see
Yeah,
if I can
yeah.
find some more of that.
His art is fantastic, and Antimatter was a bit of a surprise. It wasn't what I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but when I sat down and read it, it was quite a bit of unexpected fun. I really liked it. Yeah.
Mm.
His art style. What would you say his art style? There's a whole dollop of Kirby there, but there's his own man as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
big and chunky and looks like it's pretty swiftly um, placed on the page, but with high confidence. It's not
Mm.
like it's shoddy. It's like I know what I'm doing, and here are the lines, and it looks amazing because of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, really thick brush work and highly stylized. So yeah,
So I hope that he gets some momentum and gets Antimatter number 2 out fairly quickly as well.
yeah,
A lot of these, artist-driven projects do have a tendency to get momentum lost and distracted by earning money elsewhere and all
yeah,
that kind of stuff. So I
yeah.
hope that it gets interest enough for him to still dedicate time to doing the second and third issues and onwards
Mm,
from there. Um, you're only as good as your last thing you release in a lot of cases, and
yeah,
so onwards, Dean.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I've read recently. What about you?
Um, I haven't really been reading stuff in continuity. I've been catching up with my love of Jaime Hernandez and my love of Mike Mignola. So I've been cracking a couple of hardcovers every now and then and just flicking through it.
Nice.
And it's always good to get re-inspired by someone who really knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
Because I wonder myself sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you definitely know what you're doing, so just do it, and
It's got
And
to
we'll be
conquer this
cracking
cyan
open.
problem, which isn't a big problem. It's only a little problem. It's only a technical thing. But once I crack that, I think I'll have more art to show next week.
Yeah.
Because
And we had, talking technical stuff. Was it last week or the week before? We talked about lettering and my hand lettering versus using a font. And we got contacted by a few people talking about that and offering to make fonts for you especially. So what a great community we've got, and what great watchers and listeners we have. So
yes. Thank you for the offer, all those that got in touch. I do have my own font. I've got a couple of versions of it actually. So I'll miss the process of hand lettering my own stuff, but the next best thing is to use a font, and that solves the problem. So all good. Great listeners, and thanks for the offers. Very much appreciated. Okay, I think
all right. So I'm going to get back to packing for Wodonga. That's there. You were wondering if I was being kicked out of home, and
Have you had an argument? No, you're going to a con,
going to a convention, and maybe that cat is hoping to get into the suitcase and come with us. You're not coming with us, Boots. No, you're not coming with us. I think she wants to go back out.
And I've got Rusty here just snoring his head off. So yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, what do we do?
We make more comics more often. That's what we do.
I'm not going to stuff around. I'm just going to press pause now. So talk to you all next week, folks.